And the more he worked in this cause, the more incontestable it seemed to him that it was a cause destined to assume vast dimensions, to create an epoch. He threw himself heart and soul into the service of this great cause, and forgot to think about his book. His whole time now was engrossed by it, so that he could scarcely manage to answer all the letters and appeals addressed to him. He worked the whole spring and part of the summer, and it was only in July that he prepared to go away to his brothers in the country. He was going both to rest for a fortnight, and in the very heart of the people, in the farthest wilds of the country, to enjoy the sight of that uplifting of the spirit of the people, of which, like all residents in the capital and big towns, he was fully persuaded. Katavasov had long been meaning to carry out his promise to stay with Levin, and so he was going with him. Chapter 2. Sergei Ivanovich and Katavasov had only just reached the station of the Kursk line, which was particularly busy and full of people that day, when, looking round for the groom who was following with their things, they saw a party of volunteers driving up in 4 cabs. Ladies met them with bouquets of flowers, and followed by the rushing crowd they went into the station. One of the ladies, who had met the volunteers, came out of the hall and addressed Sergei Ivanovich. "You two come to see them off?" she asked in French. "No, I'm going away myself, Princess. To my brothers for a holiday." "Do you always see them off?" said Sergei Ivanovich with a hardly perceptible smile. "Oh, that would be impossible," answered the princess. "Is it true that 800 have been sent from us already?" Malvinsky wouldn't believe me. "More than 800. If you reckon those who have been sent not directly from Moscow, over 1,000, answered Sergei Ivanovich. "There. That's just what I said," exclaimed the lady. "And it's true too, I suppose, that more than 1,000,000 has been subscribed?" "Yes, Princess." "What do you say to today's telegram?" "Beaten the Turks again." "Yes, so I saw," answered Sergei Ivanovich. They were speaking of the last telegram stating that the Turks had been for 3 days in succession beaten at all points and put to flight, and that tomorrow a decisive engagement was expected. "Ah, by the way, a splendid young fellow has asked leave to go, and they've made some difficulty, I don't know why. I meant to ask you, I know him, please write a note about his case. He's being sent by Countess Lydia Ivanovna. Sergei Ivanovich asked for all the details the princess knew about the young man, and going into the first-class waiting room, wrote a note to the person on whom the granting of leave of absence depended, and handed it to the princess. You know Count Vronsky, the notorious one is going by this train? Said the princess with a smile full of triumph and meaning, when he found her again and gave her the letter. I had heard he was going, but I did not know when. By this train? I've seen him. He's here, there's only his mother seeing him off. It's the best thing, anyway, that he could do. Oh, yes, of course. While they were talking, the crowd streamed by them into the dining room. They went forward too, and heard a gentleman with a glass in his hand delivering a loud discourse to the volunteers. In the service of religion, humanity, and our brothers, the gentleman said, his voice growing louder and louder, to this great cause Mother Moscow dedicates you with her blessing. _Jivio exclamation mark _ he concluded, loudly and tearfully. Everyone shouted _Jivio exclamation mark _ and a fresh crowd dashed into the hall, almost carrying the princess off her legs. Ah, princess! That was something like, said Stepan Arkadyevitch, suddenly appearing in the middle of the crowd and beaming upon them with a delighted smile. Capitally, warmly said, wasn't it? Bravo! And Sergei Ivanovich? Why, you ought to have said something, just a few words, you know, to encourage them, you do that so well, he added with a soft, respectful, and discreet smile, moving Sergei Ivanovich forward a little by the arm. No, I'm just off. Where to? To the country, to my brothers, answered Sergei Ivanovich. Then you'll see my wife. I've written to her, but you'll see her first. Please tell her that they've seen me and that it's all right, as the English say. She'll understand. Oh, and be so good as to tell her I'm appointed secretary of the committee. But she'll understand. You know, les petites misères de la vie humaine, he said, as it were apologizing to the princess. And Princess Myakaya not Liza? But Bibish is sending 1,000 guns and 12 nurses. Did I tell you? Yes, I heard so, answered Koznishev indifferently. It's a pity you're going away, said Stepan Arkadyevitch. Tomorrow we're giving a dinner to two who are setting off Dimer Bartniansky from Petersburg and our Veslovsky, Grisha. They're both going. Veslovsky's only lately married. There's a fine fellow for you. Eh, princess? He turned to the lady,